Luffy Token, latest news and developments. We're also going to go over Luffy Token price predictions. If you guys stay tuned to the end of the video, we'll be discussing the dead cat bounce, so you guys do not want to miss out. But first, welcome back. Moneybags Rico here, bringing you financial awareness to a crypto space that is changing on the hour, every hour. With that being said and out the way, let's go ahead and make sure that we like and retweet this right out the gate and let everybody know that there's still some money on the table. Of course, I'm sure we're all aware of how the markets are looking right now, and this is a good incentive right now where there's 10 trillion Luffy in prizes. So I cannot pass this up and not let the community know what's going on. Now we're going to get to these prices because this video is mostly going to be about the dead cat bounce, a pattern that happens quite often. So I want you guys to try to get take a photographic memory picture or whatnot right here of the dead cat bounce, this area right here, right? And also this as well, this little area that we're in right now. Now let's go over here to the Luffy price, right? Now notice this little area again right here. This is something that we'll get to see a lot in trading. Doesn't matter what time frame, you will find this dead cat bounce popping up. You can recognize a cat when you see a cat. Some are gray, some are black, some are spotted, some are striped, but nevertheless, they might not be all exactly the same. But if you see this dead cat bounce, you can kind of pinpoint when it's complete. And I'm looking at this spot, this area that we're in right now at this, 2055, and that's looking like that 0 point right now. Of course, this is not financial advice. Do your own due diligence, but we are looking at this right now where if I put this together, we look right here, we have that 0 threshold, that setup threshold, and that breakout threshold. Of course, like I said, they're not always going to be picture perfect, identical, but if we look correctly, the markets are about to correct pretty soon. This is about as low as Bitcoin can go, and as far as ETH as well and everything else. So right when that happens, of course, like I said, not financial advice, we might have a little shakedown like we see right now in the chart, where it pumps up, bring it back down, because we want to touch it a couple times, identifying that we're not going to go no lower than this. And we can kind of see that right now. If we zoom in, let's just be honest, we see that uptick and then that tick going down, most likely making that 0 point where basically the bulls and the bears agree that this is that new 0 point, and they're going to try to see what they can do up here at this resistance at the 62.82. And then the next one, of course, is going to be that breakout zone. And why is that breakout zone? Well, it's going to be a breakout zone because it's that psychological barrier of erasing that 0. So definitely, if we break that 0 or erase that 0 and break that resistance, let's go ahead and mark it up right there with some arrows. 1 second. So we definitely break past this psychological barrier zone right here, which is just knocking down a 0. But that is huge in the crypto space. We know that anybody that's been rocking, doing any type of crypto trading whatsoever, buying any kind of token, not just Luffy token, but anyone, you are familiar with this going on right now. So this is this support that we're going to have, most likely making another support, which is nothing wrong with this. This is a healthy chart, because then we get to go ahead and break out up here. And then we follow this, right here. This is that 0 threshold, the setup threshold, and then that breakout threshold. Of course, it's not lined up exactly the same how I have it on the chart, because crypto moves a little bit different. Like I said, those who've been trading crypto know that when we erase a 0, that's something important. And that's why I marked the 0 point as that psychological barrier, where if we broke through this is that 0 threshold, this is the setup threshold, and if we broke through this, basically that's saying right then and there that we're going to have a breakout, because people are going to say, whoa, Luffy just erased a 0 again. And therefore they're going to basically assume, which is nothing wrong, because if we went up here before, we're definitely going to do it again. I'm still very bullish on Luffy token. Then we can see some tests towards this, but usually when we have a breakout after that 0 point, as you can tell right here, we're most likely rip right up all the way to those all-time highs, because like I said again, we have psychological barriers. You can do so much with technical analysis and the fundamentals, but eventually, FOMO kicks in just as much as somebody can FUD a chart. FOMO can kick in, and when you have that breakout at that psychological barrier of erasing that 0, as we can see right here, after this dead cat bounce was completed, we have that 0 threshold, setup threshold, and breakout threshold. So this is, just some things I want to bring up to everybody. And we can see that dead cat bounce. You can usually identify it by, other people might look at it different, but you can see the 2 ears right here, right? Those two little ears right after the pump. There's those two little ears, almost like a body of a cat, and then eventually the tail of a cat coming out and breaking out. I believe that we're in this zone right here. So I want you guys to go ahead and smash that like button. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. Make sure you also have that bell notification lit up, so like that you guys do not miss out on any future content regarding Luffy Token or some price predictions. And let me know what you guys think about Luffy Token down in the comments below. But nevertheless, continue to come back and experience the abundance of money with me. Until next time, you guys know what it is. Later.